The one day I was at work, and two of the guys come in, and they're staring at my feet. And I'm standing there visiting, and they're looking at my feet. And I said, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, what is it with my feet? Well, we were told by Laura that if we needed to know if you were gay or not, you would be wearing sensible shoes.
Sometimes you ask for things and you get them, but they might not be exactly what you thought they might be. For days I was driving home crying my eyes out because I didn't really want to go home. And basically praying for somebody that would love me, that I could love and would love me back. And I didn't specify, and that's who he sent.
I owned a gas station, and Linda was one of my gas customers. And both of us were married, and I met Linda, and I instantly knew that Linda was the person for me for the rest of my life. So I got to know her better, and then I came out to her one day and told her how I felt about her. My parents were, I wouldn't say shocked, because I think deep down they knew, but because of their religious background, they don't actually agree with my lifestyle. And I haven't talked to my other brother Scott in 10 years. My oldest brother Mike has been phenomenal. He's awesome.
My relationship with my sister was more important than anything else that I might have an issue with, so I just live and let live, and found out through my folks. And so it was a real shock to start with. I was really concerned that she was safe. And I said to her, I said, you know, it must have been terrible going through life trying to be somebody else other than what you were.
My youngest daughter seems to be okay with it. My oldest daughter, I haven't spoken to her since before the wedding. She won't answer my phone calls. She won't return my phone calls. It's really, really hurting. I have 3 grandchildren that are hers, and I haven't gotten to talk to them either. A morning like any other one, we were just getting out. Sheila was still sleeping. I got up and I got ready for work. Walked to the front door, opened it, and took one look at the car, and I thought, oh my God. I closed the door and went into the bedroom and said, Sheila, you got to come in and see this. And I said, no, you have to come and see this. It's awful. And so she came out and looked at it, and basically it was just like being in a state of shock. Like, who could possibly hate us this much that they would do such a thing? It wasn't until the police officer had asked Sheila, the very first question he asked her is, do you think it's a hate crime?
And at first I said no, because I didn't know what the words meant.
Yeah.
I'd never seen these words before. And then when I started doing some research on the internet, it was like, okay, maybe it is a hate crime. And then he was taking pictures of the car, and he walked down the walkway beside the house, and he found a black spray paint can. He looked up, and then he started taking pictures, and it's like, oh shit, the side of the house got it too.
It was really devastating because we have not been in people's faces about our relationship at any time. And then to have something like this thrown in our faces, it was awful, because, I mean, anybody that we know, as far as I can see, we get along with really well. We don't know, I don't know that we have any enemies.
We were getting very relaxed out in town, you know, like we'd hug in public and stuff after that. We don't hold hands in public.
We do sometimes. But
We're getting braver again.
yeah.
Which kind of makes you think, okay, am I getting too brave?
I think we're very, very fortunate, though. Sam and Esther came right away. Karen came right away. Dorothy came right away as soon as she heard. We had an absolutely awesome bunch of friends.
Out of that comes strength, right? You know, you grow stronger as individuals. As a couple, we grow stronger together. At the wedding, Linda walked down the aisle first, because I wanted everyone to see Linda first. She was at the very end, up on the altar, waiting. And as soon as I rounded the corner and saw her, nothing in the world mattered. Because we actually had people at the doors in case press came because I believe that it was the first same-sex wedding in Wetaskiwin, in our church. So our minister organized some people to stay at the doors to make sure nobody would come in that wasn't welcome. So, and as soon as I rounded that corner and seen Linda, it didn't matter. It didn't matter who was there. It didn't matter if there was anti-gay people there. It just, nothing mattered.
The day of the wedding, when she came up to the front and came up to stand beside me, and the first thing we did is reach for each other's hands.
People talk
Exactly.
about tolerance, but tolerance is the wrong word. That means you're tolerating a behavior or tolerating a person. When you accept somebody for who they are, that's when you get to love them.
Or at least if you, no matter who you meet, give yourself a chance to get to know them before you make up your mind that you don't want to associate with them. And that doesn't matter whether people are gay or whether they're not. I really think for us, there's been times when, because people got to know us as people, they didn't judge us when they found out that we were a couple. But if they had known ahead of time, they might not have given us a chance.
And
I
it's
think
all about the love.